Hey everyone, I hope you're handling the shelter in place well, and most of all, you're safe and healthy. My name is Phil Fiore. I'm one of the founding partners here at Procyon, and I'm joined today by two of my fellow founding partners, Chris Foster and Tom Gann. We're here today to provide you with some real-time insight through our Procyon Perspectives as it relates to the enormous CARES Act, which is a rescue package that came out of the government over the weekend. As a matter of fact, I think that President Trump signed it on Friday evening. This package is huge and provides a lot of support for many different segments of our society. But to make it a little bit more pertinent to you, we wanted to narrow the focus on the parts of the package that relate to those running small businesses and the employees of those companies as well. So without further ado, let me bring in Tom here to discuss some of the highlights around the package that can support our small business clients. Tom?
Thanks, Phil. Small businesses are currently dealing with very significant issues due to the global pandemic, very specifically dealing with layoffs, furloughs, and fighting for liquidity. The CARES Act that was just approved within Congress has a very important feature, very specifically a loan feature with low interest. We wanted to talk about how you, as a small business owner, may participate in that program. Through the Small Business Administration, $350 billion was allocated to this program. That money should help pay for payroll, rent, and utilities during the next 8-week time frame. The good news about this program is that some or all of the principal may be forgiven by the government if it's utilized for the reasons stipulated in the Act. There's also no personal guarantees, which makes this a potentially very good loan program that you may want to take advantage of. So what should you do today as a business owner to take advantage of this? First, you want to make sure that you have all your financial information together so that can be delivered to the lending institution. Secondly, you should be talking with your CPA and your lending institution about the application associated with this program, which is coming out later this week. Phil, why don't I turn it back over to you?
Thanks a lot, Tom. That's some great stuff available for the small business community. Really appreciate that highlight, Tom. Chris, this package also helps the employees that may be facing some hardships due to this virus. Can you please share with us some of the highlights coming out of the package that can help them as well?
Absolutely, and thank you, Phil. There's unfortunately no question that this current crisis has created a lot of unknowns, not only for businesses, as Tom had mentioned, but their employees as well. With nearly 3 million new unemployment claims last week alone, and that number set to rise significantly further in the coming weeks, many people are wondering how they are going to put food on the table and access the financial means to support their families. To help address those concerns, the CARES Act provides direct payments of up to $1,200 to most individuals making less than $75,000 a year, and for households making less than $150,000 a year, up to $2,400, plus an additional $500 per dependent under the age of 17. It also expands flexibility for individuals to access their retirement savings in the event of financial hardship. For example, retirement plan loans have been increased to a maximum of $100,000 or 100% of your vested account balance, and loan payments typically due in 2020 can be deferred for up to 1 year for those impacted by the virus. Participants also have the added flexibility to withdraw up to $100,000 this year from their qualified plan without incurring the usual 10% early withdrawal penalty, again, provided that their financial hardship is a direct result of the pandemic. And to ensure that these benefits are made available quickly, plan sponsors do not have to amend their plans proactively to allow for it, but instead can do so retroactively and therefore provide this added flexibility to their employees immediately. Lastly, the bill also expands unemployment benefits by increasing the maximum benefit by up to $600 a week for as long as 4 months, includes protection against foreclosure for federally backed mortgages, and allows students with federally backed loans to defer their monthly payments until October of this year. While these are extremely difficult times, hopefully these provisions will allow employees to breathe a little bit more easily.
That's awesome. Guys, this is some great information and some very important highlights of the CARES Act, for both our small business clients and the employees also affected by this virus. On behalf of the entire Procyon team, we hope you find this Procyon perspective to be helpful and timely. As always, especially during this very, very trying time, we endeavor to keep you very well informed so that together we can get through this challenging time and end up victorious on the other side. If we could be of any further assistance to you, please never hesitate to call. You can always find us at 844-PROCYON. And as always, thank you for the trust you place in us. But before I let you go, I'd like to share with you a Procyon principle. And these principles are little adages that the Procyon team lives by. And this one is actually a quote from a former senator, Alan K. Simpson, and it has to do with integrity. And his quote is, "If you have integrity, nothing else matters. If you don't have integrity, nothing else matters." For Procyon, this is at the core of who we are and how we think. And it comes to life in the reliability and trustworthiness that we demonstrate in every single transaction and every single interaction with our clients. Remember, we are only a phone call away for you. And until then, stay safe and be well. Thank you.